Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Maria and I'm going to show you my watercolor journal that I just finished. Now I use the Strathmore watercolor art journal, and it is 48 pages. It's 8.5 by 5.5, so it's a good size to do some quick sketches and especially travel with it, so it fits inside my purse or my bag and I can take it with me when I need to go places. And it's a 140 pound paper, so because of that it's thicker paper, and it absorbs good water, a good amount of water without a lot of buckling. So let's go ahead and get started. So inside it just has this first piece of paper. You could probably draw on it or something. I just haven't done anything. On this first page I have a watercolor doodle, and this didn't have any markings on it beforehand. I just started in the middle and I worked my way out. On this next page, I have actually done this on my YouTube channel, so you can go check it out if you would like. But I found this picture on Pinterest and I really liked it, and so I thought I would include it in here. And this was actually one of the last ones I did. I had this page blank for a long time and decided to go back and add something to it. This is my watercolor traveling watercolor kit, and this is what I take when I am traveling. So inside, let's see, once I move this, it's a mess, but that just means I use it a lot, right? So inside this kit, it's the same colors, so I've just taken each color and blocked it out accordingly. And I do that in my watercolor journaling class that I teach, and so all of the students know what colors come within their travel watercolor kit. So I did that there. On these next pages are also from my class. Here we do a gradation from the darkest yellow to a lighter orange, red, green, and blue. And we just show how by adding more water it gets lighter. And so it shows a good gradation. And then we pick one color and we do a gradation from the darkest to the lightest. And then we also do some gradations just using choice of colors, so they can pick whatever colors they want. And we try using different brushes to see how it'll come out, whether you use a flat or round and that kind of thing. And then over here we just have some fun. So we do the gradation, but I have them draw the lines only about halfway or so through the paper, and then encourage them to draw something going into their gradation so that they can see that gradation without all the lines, but then at the same time they can see it over here. So it's just a fun exercise that I like to do with my class. This is really nothing. I was just messing around with some blending techniques. These are some mark making, again from my class. So I like to demonstrate things with them so that they can actually see it before they do it, kind of thing. Here is a flat wash, a gradient wash. This is a wet on wet, a wet on dry. Over here I have a dry on wet and a dual color. Now something that I noticed with this watercolor, and I don't know if you can see it, but it got a little grainy, which I was really surprised about. But anyway, it is what it is. Sometimes you find that some watercolors are better than other. On this, it's a color theory that we do, and I actually have more, so I'll get into that a little bit more. There's a tree. Some of these are from my class, and others of these are just some of my doodles that I've kind of, some of my paintings that I've done myself. Over here, here's one, a flower, and I don't know if you can see, but there's the island in the back, and then the island here. This is another color wheel that I did with my class, and here you can see the primary colors, the secondary colors, and the tertiary colors, and then I've also split it into cool and warm. and we do that in our class so that we can get used to the colors. This is using the Koya watercolor palette, and I'm not exactly like thrilled about how this purple came out. I love this page. This page is awesome. So what I do in my class is have my students pick something that they can replicate across the all of the pages, and then we try some wet on wet techniques, keeping the colors in the item that they pick. And of course here I picked a feather, but yeah, just dropping the different colors in and watching them spread and mix with the wet on wet technique. Here I've used colors to make a sunset, and then there's another color wheel. I do like how that purple came out. It came out better on this page. But those are all with my classes, and I use this journal to demonstrate those for them before they do them. And then this one I did it at the park one day. I really like it. And then I put in a scripture: God can restore what is broken and change it into something amazing. All you need is faith. Joel 2:25. So I really like how this came out, and I was able to go back in and I used the micron pens to add in little details. This page is also a spread. Nothing is drawn ahead of time. It's just going in with your watercolor. And I call this doodling with your watercolor. Other people might call it something else, but yeah. So this is drawn in with a pencil ahead of time, a little illustration that I did. She is daydreaming, and this is her daydream over here of her snorkeling. It's fun, and I really had a good time with her hair. You can see that. That was a lot of fun. And then over here, I got out my white Jelly Roll pen, and I went over the tops. I just wanted to see what it would look like with the white marks. This is a page that I did with some vegetables. Kind of makes you hungry. I have radishes, carrots, and potatoes. This one I actually went to a scrapbooking night, but instead of scrapbooking, I painted. And so I did some doodles with my pens. And then I went in and I did wash. So it's called a pen and wash when you do this. But I didn't stay within the lines. I went outside the lines. This one over here are some birds that I did, and then I washed them in with some watercolor. This one was a sketch that I did. I was looking at some tulips, and I painted them in. This one you can catch on my YouTube channel. I actually just did this one recently, but this is cut out of a magazine, and then there is a rectangle cut in the middle, and I'll hold it really close, but you can see that I added the watercolor in the middle, trying to match up the colors. So this is something else that we do in my watercolor journaling class. And this is actually one of the first watercolor journaling paintings that I did on my YouTube channel. Even though I had been doing it for a while, I thought it would be fun to try. This is a fun pattern, but another watercolor doodle all the way across. And this is when we went to, we went on a family trip to Warsaw, Indiana, and they had an indoor pool. That was really cool. It looked like a little town inside, and it had a gazebo here, but it was actually the hot tub and had these great big windows, and I thought it would be fun to draw and paint, so I did that. I like how I took it from over this page into the next, so it was kind of fun to do. And then we went to the beach in Warsaw, and the other one I didn't include people. This one I did, and I just made little little people along the way. And you can see the boats out in the water. And then the big beach house that they had there. There you go. And then this was working with layering in our class. So I made it look like a city with the people down here, but layering the colors and then seeing, you know, what happens and how the color changes when you overlap the different colors. So that's what we did there. This was just using cool colors. Did different sketches there, and this is, ironically enough, warmer colors. I didn't really do that on purpose. It just kind of worked out that way, although green is considered a cool color. But I do like these because there's no drawing ahead of time. You just start painting. These, however, there is drawing ahead of time. So I did this one with my, I'll grab it really quick, with my Montana acrylic water-based paint marker. And this is actually on my YouTube channel as well. You can go check that out. And then on this one, I used my micron pins again. So I'll show you. I used the micron pen and I drew it, and then I applied the watercolor over top. So that's called an ink and wash. But I really like how this turned, both of these turned out, actually. And you can go watch those if you would like on my YouTube channel. So that is the end. So thank you for watching my watercolor journal flip through, and I have more to come. I went ahead and bought another one, so I'm all ready to go for my next watercolor journal, and I'll be doing some more on here. If you guys have any requests or want to see anything specific, maybe from my class, I would love to do that for you as well. Just let me know, and I will get that together and get it on my channel. So guys, have a great day, and thanks for watching.